Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg McLeod. Here's a quick look at some of our stories tonight. Your help is needed to identify an armed robber. Take a look right here. Owasso police say just after 2 this morning, a person wearing a mask walked into the Southside Shell Food Market on East Corunna. They were wearing a shirt that read Ultimate Challenge on the front and a camouflage hat and pants. Police say the person ran off after the robbery. If you have any information, call Owasso Police. You can also share this story to help identify the suspect by going to WNEM.com. A Sebewaing man killed in a UTV crash. The Huron County Sheriff's Office says it happened shortly after midnight at the intersection of Nodder and Kilmanog in Brookfield Township. The man's father says the 18-year-old was on his way home but never returned. Police believe he had a medical condition causing that crash. Hitting the books on figuring out the best way to teach children to read. A study from Michigan State revealed that print-focused activities helped preschoolers learn to read better than digital ones. Researchers studied 1,000 children and their parents. They found a vast majority of parents are using digital to help teach reading. The problem? A lot of these online sources aren't very interactive. Even things like games are just not as effective as plain reading.
That was a surprise finding for us. We didn't expect that the way in which these activities took place mattered as much as the content. So it doesn't just matter that you're working on letters, but we think it matters that you're working on it with a supportive caregiver who can give you corrective feedback and be responsive to your needs in the moment.
Researchers say the best ways to teach reading are low tech and low cost. Now here's Diane with your First Alert forecast.
We've had some wildfire smoke roll into mid-Michigan, and it's still been hanging around, but we have found that it's started to thin Thursday evening, and it's going to continue to head in that direction. However, with still some of it's rolling around the area, we are hoping to keep our air quality impacts very minimal. We are still seeing a lot of our readings into that good and just into the moderate. So as we go through the rest of this weekend into the weekend with some thin smoke hanging around, we are hoping to keep those air quality alerts away and hope that we don't have too many impacts. Now, a lot of you are going to want to get outside tomorrow. We have a lot of sunshine coming in. I'm tracking the amount of cloud cover, and you can see that it is going to even fade away as we go into the afternoon. So the morning is going to be looking just as nice, but you are going to find that sunglasses are going to be a necessity for your Friday forecast. And even your water bottle too. That humidity, though it is going to be still slightly lower, you may start to feel it just a little bit compared to the comfy conditions that we had today. But by Saturday, you will be saying ugh, as dew points will be near 70 degrees. We'll still be keeping the muggy conditions as we go throughout the weekend. Now, severe weather talks, not much for Thursday evening, Friday, because we have high pressure in, but Saturday we do have a low chance. That marginal risk is kind of our 1 out of 5 here, meaning isolated severe storms are going to be possible going into the weekend. So it's going to be a quiet forecast for your evening plans tonight, but going into our Friday, there's still not a lot to report with the sunshine coming in. We still can have a little bit of fog in the morning, so keep an eye for some patchy conditions, but overall the Friday forecast is going to be a dry one. Going into Saturday, we will have the cloud cover that starts to build in, and after lunchtime we'll start with some showers and some thunderstorms. Now the coverage and the timing are 2 items that we still need to fine-tune in the forecast, so if you have some plans, make sure you have the First Alert weather app up and running. Our low temperatures are going to be into the 50s for our northern counties, lower 60s the further south you travel. The next 7 days show highs to be into the upper 80s, but we will find next week our highs actually go into the 70s, so a cooler forecast coming up. And once we have the sunshine come to an end, you'll see that the weekend brings us the shower and storm chances, and those even carry into Monday and Tuesday.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.